From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And pitching here today, Kevin Gausman. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's someone you can rely on to provide quality innings in almost every one of his starts, Boog. He knows how to command the mound. His stuff is good, and sometimes it's even better than good. If he gets off to a fast start, look out. It could be a tough day for this lineup.
Okay, all set to go. Here's the veteran first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Wastes no time there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now it's Brandon Lau. Runner on the go. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul. Nope, that's foul. And that one fouled off. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. And there's a foul ball. That's in there. That is strike 2.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Diaz over at first with one away. This one in the air. Clement makes the catch for the out. Take a look at the lineup, and it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Josh Lowe now at the plate. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Right-hander kicks, deals, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. The Rays strand just the one. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Rogers Center, today's starting pitcher, Shane McClanahan.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Now it's the veteran outfielder, George Springer. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Late swing fouled off. To third, Caminero. Sends it across to first. That takes care of Springer. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Bo Bichette up to the dish. The shortstop takes the ball. One down, base is empty.
Ball. 2 balls, no strike.
That misses the zone. Ball 3. And there's the automatic. And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Feeds to second, out there. To Diaz, that's 2. We move to the second in Toronto. No score. Back now in Toronto. Second inning set to go. Danny Jansen to hit here. Gosman back to work. Ball 1 there. Gosman measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
This is a batter who clearly performs better in day games. I don't know why, but his numbers generally back it up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. That one down the line, over to Bichette. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jose Caballero. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. He's got it, and that is out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now saying he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Vladdy needs just one hit to reach 200 for the season.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Stretches out and hauls it in.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So digging in, Will Wagner. Fastball is outside. The lefty, the 1-0. Just missed. One out, bases empty.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Next pitch misses. And now 3 balls and a strike. Swinging a foul out of play.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And that wasn't even close. Ball 4. And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch. See,
there goes the runner. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Next offering is fouled back. And that one almost got him. No score here in the second.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
Here's Andres Jimenez. There's a strike. That's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Pitch is in the dirt, and the count 1-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Pitch misses. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Stays alive. missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Ernie Clement in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2. Goes down looking. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left. We played 2 full. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Richie Palacios. On the ground to short, and that one finds its way through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now it's going to be Johnny DeLuca. Right down to shoot. 0-1. Top of the third, no score. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball, and it's safe. It's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on them and see if you can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
Man at second. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Palacios leads off second with nobody out. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. Out to short. Bichette tosses to first and one away in the top of the third.
Up next for Tampa Bay, first baseman
Yandy Diaz now. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. That one catches the zone. It's 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
In the air, out towards left center. He's got it. 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Brandon Lau next to hit for the Rays. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And that's way high. And that's ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Gausman throws over, and he's back in safely. Runner at second, 2 down. That's down and in.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1. Junior Caminero in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a rope into center field, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and the Rays have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. He popped out his first time. And that's too high. One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball. Flips it, and it beats him. What a play. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Foul ball there. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Brings it in, and there's one away.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
So up next, Nathan Lucas. Tap foul at the plate. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt.
0-2 count, you got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Next pitch is in the dirt. Now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one the other way. Jump throw across his body. He's in there.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop could even make that play.
So the batting order turns over, and the batter is George Springer. He's 0 for 1. And that one a little below the knees, and that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next pitch in for a strike. Going to count 1-2. And there's a ball. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed.
1-0.
In the dirt, but no advance from the runners. Two on, one out. Ground ball left side. Down the line, and it's foul. Late swing, fouled off. Here's a 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one just misses. Counts full, 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Lucas, the lead runner, out at second. Springer at first. One gone. Lifted in the air, right center field. It's going to fall for a hit. And that's the second out of the inning on the force play. And he gets to third safely, moving up on the fly out, and there are two gone.
Wow, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. It seems like he just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
Anthony Santander will hit next. He hit into a double play his first time up. Upstairs. 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Line drive. Drops into the glove. And that is the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair. And it remains 1-0. Start of the fourth. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. That one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a heater. Now it's Jansen to hit. And he's already singled in this game. First pitch, not close. Swinging a foul straight back. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. way high. Bases empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 1 so far. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses. Now 1-2. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the 3rd out of the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3, but they're on top, 1-0. Back now in Toronto, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. The 0-1. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it skips in the dirt.
1 and 2.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Going, gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. And we are starting over. It's 1-1.
That's a game changer right there. A big time swing, and we're all tied up. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now it's the DH, Will Wagner. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swings through that.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And And Sugar Shane McClanahan gets his second strikeout of the game. Andres Jimenez getting ready to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Popped up. Caminero on his way over. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Gosman back to work. Caballero, 28 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And now, Richie Palacios. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Squeezes it. 1 away. Johnny DeLuca digs in now. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. And that's off the outside edge. Ball 1.
No strike.
Caballero stands at first with 1 out. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base. Gosman throws over. Caballero back on a dive. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Just missed.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That misses, and now 2-0. Just off the inside edge.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. And there's the automatic. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Go ahead run on base. Lau at the plate.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Tosses to first. Lau out on the play. And that is the inning. So the Rays strand a pair. Score remains tied 1-1. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. And that's way high. And that is ball one.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
This one high in the air to left center. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter now, Nathan Lucas. That one outside, ball one. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And there's a ball. George Springer in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball four to a board.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
First and second, no outs. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. And he takes a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
In the dirt, no movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. Action in the pen down there. Drew Rasmussen warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Rodriguez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Bo Bichette now at the plate.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering way off the plate. Clement on third. Lucas over at first with one away. Hit on the ground might be 2. The flip, 1 at second to Diaz. That's 2.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Junior Caminero. Off the mark there, 1-0. Swing and a miss.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Fastball for a strike at 95. All tied up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's even up. Down the left field line, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Danny Jansen next to hit for the Rays. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. That's ripped into the outfield. And that one is out of here. He hammers one out to center. And they take the lead. It's 3-1.
So impressive how he was able to go down and get this fastball, but yet get it up in the air, hit it far enough to get out of this ballpark.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Kevin Gausman makes way, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. Brendan Little taking over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
One down. Jonathan Aranda, the next to hit. Breaking ball inside, and it's 1-0. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Line drive. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Safe at second.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
And now Jose Caballero. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Nope. Ball one.
And strike two.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Next offering is down low. That one ripped. Balls it in, 2 away.
Well, that had RBI knock written all over it. Put a great swing on it, put a nice job on the infield to react and bring it down.
Now the left fielder, Richie Palacios. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's a 1-1. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
And down on strikes. They limit the damage here. The Rays with a 2-run homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Movement in the bullpen, Edwin Uceta warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Clevenger warming up as well.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Loud. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered here in this one.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
One down, base is empty. Turned on, but foul wide of third. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Drew Rasmussen.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
One gone, runner at first. Digging in, Will Wagner. He is struck out, and he is walked. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher,
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two outs. Swing and a miss, 98 miles per hour on the gun. So a job well done by the Rays bullpen. We're through 6 full. Rays 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Sandlin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
At the plate, Johnny DeLuca. Singing, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. A little out front there as he swings through it. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Next pitch is outside. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Ball one there. Liner caught it second.
Man, that could have been a big swing in this game. Just unlucky at a really unfortunate time right there.
2 down, bases empty. Brandon Lau next to hit for the Rays. And a strike in there. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tommy Nance up and loosening in the pen. Swanson getting cranked up as well. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is downstairs.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for Tampa as the lead remains 3-1. Back now in Toronto. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Slice the other way and foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and they get the out.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
The Blue Jays down by a pair here at the bottom of the 7th. The next offering misses, and a count now 2-0. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Just missed. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. So 2 down now, and here is Nathan Lucas. This one in the air, right field, and makes the play, and that's out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8th inning coming up. Rays 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Eric Swanson. So digging in, Junior Caminero. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. That's inside. That one misses in the dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Low in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And another ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Just missed. Draws the walk there.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's the catcher to hit. Danny Jansen. Back in the 6th, he drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far, and it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
Swanson, in his 6th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So now the DH spot, Jonathan Aranda, 1 for 3. And a foul ball. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That one's deep. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. And they add on. It's 6-1.
I'm sure he wanted that pitch down below the zone. It stayed up a little bit. He paid a dear price for it. Just a great swing to the ball, through the ball, and a nice round tripper.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Eric Swanson done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. New pitcher on now, Tommy Nance.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So up next, Jose Caballero. And a strike on the outside edge. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Caught him looking for the K. Richie Palacios will hit next. And a breaking ball misses outside. Activity in the bullpen. Jimmy Garcia getting loose out there. Next offering is in for a strike. In the air, right side of the infield. Jimenez corrals it. And that is that. 3-run bomb for Tampa Bay. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Manuel Rodriguez. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Manuel Rodriguez.
Here's George Springer to start it off.
For the Jays, right fielder, George Springer.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Cole Sulser warming up for manager Kevin Cash. He swings and fouls one off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Bichette at the plate now. That's ball 1. The Rays leading by 5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's a base hit.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. And the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Man at first, 1 away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Inside, and a count 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Bichette, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And they'll do it again.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
And it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. He's already homered in this game. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. One left for Toronto. They trail it 6-1. All set to start the ninth in this one. And here is Johnny DeLuca.
Center fielder Johnny DeLuca.
Nance back to work. That one a little bit high. Ball one. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia getting ready to go. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that is cut on and missed. And it's 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is Springer. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting first baseman Yandy.
And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. And that drops in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. On the ground, Jimenez. Over to first, and they get the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
That's out to center field. Lucas settles underneath it. And he makes the catch. And that's the third out. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Cole Sulser.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So now here's the DH, Will Wagner.
Designated hitter Will Wagner.
That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Oh, 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one missing low. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One up, one down.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Fly ball down the line, low, ranging after it. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
So they're down to their final out. Andres Jimenez now at the plate. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll do it.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Now up for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz.